What is up, everybody? Welcome back. This is session 40 of the Strife of Aradiel. What is up, Plim? See you there in the chat. How's it going? We got the whole group here tonight. Let's go ahead and just patch it over. And yeah, so thanks for coming out. Just, you know, for one, I'm looking a little rough. My day was crazy, y'all, so I didn't get to clean up the way I like to. But here we are. Team's all ready. Kind of going to be, I think, I don't know about chill session, but, you know, not as hectic as it's been recently because, well, then again, Torin's here, so chaos is always a possibility. But yeah, unless we got something else to say, like I said, it's been a long day. DM's brain is totally frazzled. I'm sure they're not going to try to take advantage of that in any kind of way, shape, or form. Plem, I see you.
Didn't he have one from last session already?
Still has one from last session. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take a little thing. We're gonna put a pin right in that because I got something for that, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll be good there. So now where we left off last time. Now they had made their way out of the tower, made their way down into basically as the whole floating mountain crumbled apart around them. Made their way down. You are right, Plem. You are right. I missed it. That is goal, ladies and gentlemen. That is goal right there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. So for anybody who does not know already, the goal has been we are been raising up so that we can get some custom art, non-AI, full actual artists drawing it out for us art for each of our players. So what we're going to be doing now that we have hit that goal. I mean, I told Plem at this point, we need to throw a little sponsored by Plem at the bottom of the page every time we go live. But Plem has put us over the top. That's goal. So at this point, what we're going to be doing is getting everybody to write down, send me a good detailed description, like how you would describe your character physically. You know, I don't know how big a portrait it's going to be for what we actually have. You know, it's not an insane amount, but it's enough. I think we can get, you know, at least like a, you know, good square, you know, waist up, maybe, you know, shoulders up picture. We'll see how that goes. But then we're going to find a good artist. So if anybody's in there and you know anybody, now is the time. Any other time, chat, you know, all of a sudden, hey, do you guys want to see my art? You get those sporadically on solicit every so often. Well, as of right now, this is the call out, everybody. We are soliciting for artists. So if you are out there and you know how to put pencils on paper and make things do good stuff, then say what's up, holla at your boy. And you can check us out over in the Discord too, where we have all kinds of other shit. I'll draw you a stick figure. Can it be a stick figure? I mean, you know, you can submit it. You can submit it, and we'll compare it with the other artists, and we'll take a poll amongst the group here and see which ones we want to go with. All right. Anyways,
damn, so Plem paid us to draw for us.
I know, right? I think I think you've gone a little past the point of return. Your return on investment is not looking great there, Plem, but you got us. That's your return on investment. You got all these good times. So, woosah. The excitement just shot through the roof there because we can finally get that going. All right, let's channel in. Let's lock in, gentlemen. So again, mountain crumbling. You all did, thanks to your many means of flight, make it down safely. Go back over the village that when you all arrived was full of giants. Now seems to be ruins. Giant remains kind of permanently affixed to the environment there. And then eventually reconnecting with your ship. Everybody kind of taking some time to breathe, go through some things. Finvar's needing a moment to himself, so he's kind of wandered off of the ship out into the wilderness with inside a bubble that's been created there to keep everything safe. Meanwhile, Torin and Jasper getting into, well, Torin and Jasper things, two of the greatest wizards in all of Eldara. As they start poking at things, discovering some pathways that, well, we'll see where those go. And then finally Ragnar, who, well, when we left off, Ragnar was casting off some particular shackles that he found around himself, denying, pushing back, rejecting his patron. Where we left him off, he was in his room on the ship, having paid a price for his disobedience, for his rejection, as the very flesh was melted off of his body, leaving only the exposed viscera and muscle underneath. And it's about where we come back into things here. Now, Ragnar, sitting in that room there, what are you doing again? Where we last left off, everything has just been as if covered in tar and then had it all wiped away. It taken all of your flesh with it, melting into nothingness into the wood beneath your feet. What are you doing in that room?
I'm reaching for the moon blade and focusing all my thoughts on connecting with whatever being might be inside it.
So, as you go to reach your hands out towards it, there's almost kind of force holding you back. You're trying to get closer and pushing closer and closer to it. Eventually, little flickers of light, but not beams of it, almost little tendrils of it that eventually take the form of this bluish flame, this kind of lunar glow coming off of the blade there as you're reaching it closer and closer. Before you can actually make actual contact with it, your mind goes blank. You open your eyes after a blink. You're standing in a vast nothingness. Lunar light shines down from overhead, surrounding around you. You hear a voice speak out. I am the blue flame. I forge the steel with which peace is taken. Who are you to call upon me?
I am Ragnar.
Ragnar, I sense conflict in you, Ragnar. I also sense wickedness. Ragnar, are you wicked?
Maybe before. But not anymore. I don't want to be like that.
But what of those who made you? What do they deserve for their part in your wickedness, Ragnar?
To be burned.
And of those others who would abuse the ones around them, and the ones that would further spread their wickedness, their pain, what do they deserve, Ragnar?
To all die in fiery bliss.
And with that, the areas outside of that little ray of light, flames, blue ones start spreading up and spreading out further and further around you. Off ahead, standing, can't tell if this thing is 1,000 miles away or 10 feet in front of you. It's so massive as it looms overhead. A beautiful woman draped in a veil that covers half her face, the other half covered in armor. She carries a massive, almost tortured version of the Moonblade herself. She raises it high. There is no peace when the wicked are free from consequences. I, Elhannes, shall see if you are worthy of spreading my vengeance for peace. She pulls the blade back and moves it quickly towards you. See as the flames, it just seems to be bursting hotter and hotter as it gets closer, but still remaining that pure blue just before it hits. And you find yourself back in the ship, the blade in your hand, over your entire body, the muscle, everything. A wreath of blue flames moves over it, burns away at the muscle deeper into your face, though. Hotter and hotter, the muscle drips away, thick chunks of it, until all that's left is a flaming skull. Tread lightly, Ragnar. And the flames, for a second, almost seeming like they're gonna burst the entire room, and the flames die down a bit, pull in, and relax until they're just covering over your body.
I give out a loud scream of agony, but also like relief that probably everyone in the boat can hear, on the ship can hear.
Nice. So, with that, as everybody's sitting in their rooms, you hear this loud outburst, this vicious, almost just downright maniacal scream come through all the walls. And as anybody gets ready to move towards it, outside, sitting in your little patch of grass there, you're looking just beyond the bubble. You can see that little berry, a little shimmer to it. And not one, but two little flickers of gold start flashing out just beyond the line there. And two of those pixies pop into life. They each give each other a high five. One flies directly up, halfway lost in the mist, as the other starts moving in towards you, Finvar. Finvar, give me an initiative roll.
I was just sleeping. And I heard Ragnar scream, and then this. Okay, 13.
13, alright.
The face.
Let's just hope this isn't as gross as the one Ira had to fight solo.
I hope so.
I'm sure you'll
I don't know,
be fine.
Finbar, what did you eat before you fell asleep?
So this thing is moving in quickly towards you, just over the kind of, you're laying just off, a couple of feet up from where it turns to water there by the lake. So it's softer dirt, and it's coming just across the water top there, about ankle deep high. You have first move. Go for it.
I go first, okay. So I'm gonna draw my Sunblade, the first time I use it, and I'm going to charge in to see if it's as effective as Jasper told me. So I roll twice. Hold on, my mouse is crazy. I'm going to roll again. Shit. Okay, my mouse is tilting me. Hold on.
I'm seeing a bunch of rolls here. So is it rolling with advantage there?
This one. Dirty 20. What? That's one attack. So, I mean, if you want to count the first one, it's 28.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay, so.
But I think you knew that.
He's like, into.
Yeah, right?
Damn it! I hate this mouse. Hold on.
Maybe you weren't meant to have the sword.
What does the mouse have to do with it, right?
I'm clicking once and it's rolling twice, okay?
Sword's like, this guy just left me in the dirt here, just got me.
8 radiant damage. The first one.
Said 8.
And
All right.
I'm going to do my second attack. Also with the Sunblade. And that's a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. That hit.
It's going to be 13 damage.
All right. Give me con save.
Not bad. And I'm going to get flashed by this thing. It's a 14 to save.
Say 14 to save. Does not save. So again, some of that golden blood leaks on you. You are restrained. His turn, and he is actually gonna take some smacks at you because you guys have been violent recently. Okay, a 7 is not gonna hit a damn thing. And with a bonus action, he's gonna reach over. You cannot make a dex save, can you?
Dang it. Okay, I'm going to.
Disadvantage? Or
1 second.
oh,
What?
Sorry, I'm just double checking something, guys.
You're restrained, Finbar.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so give me a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Okay, I rolled 1, which is a 10. I'm going to roll again, which is a 24, so 10 with the disadvantage.
All right, so he reaches over, touches you. You poof, still kind of, your arms are getting stiffer and stiffer. About 30 feet over and up, he drops you into the lake. As you're now starting to sink. And all right, so it is your turn. Currently, you are
okay, I'm thinking of avoiding the fight and letting the Fae do whatever he wants, but the thing is that I'm going to become a gold statue, right? Because I failed the first one.
I mean, that
But I
depends.
have
You have another save at the end of your turn. You have to fail a certain number before you're.
I'm going to be precautious because I'm alone, and I'm going to equip myself the pearl of water breathing, so I cannot drown while in the water.
All right.
I'm going to wait out, dodging whatever attacks is going to hit me, and see if I save the next one.
All right. So give me another con save.
And I'm going to give myself advantage with lucky because I don't trust myself. And that's a dirty 20.
All right. So first save is down. With that, he floats over. He's actually moving in closer towards the ship there. And that's going to bring us back around to your turn, since he's just fine just letting you drown down there.
Do I look like? I mean, is there a difference between before than now that I saved the con save, or do I look also like I'm turning?
So it's like it's spreading on you. In that first save, you managed to kind of break loose a little bit, but it's still trying to gather up more. So it's not able to fully like harden around a lot of your joints. Still too much for you to move, but it hasn't been able to encase you because you're kind of breaking off at it bit by bit.
Okay, so I think the most logical thing here is waiting out this gold, because I don't see that he's flying to the ship, so I'm going to stay underwater.
All right,
Trying
give
to
me another
save again.
save.
And I think this one is as important, so I'm going to use a lucky dice. Then 9 with advantage.
Don't you get +2?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
+2. 11.
No,
so
it's already on it. It's 9. And that's it.
So that time, not able to break through. It's starting to harden up a little bit there. Now, back inside of the ship, as the rest of the group, at this point, you all are bursting into the hallways, kind of, or those of you who are going to respond, hearing him screaming Ragnar back in his room.
If I remember correctly, I watched as his saber that he left with me kind of dissolved into ash, correct?
You did. You were in your room, and that
So-
just melted away. Then you hear that scream off in the other room there.
So I'm
Not long
correlating with
after.
like something's not right. I should go check.
All right. So as you're stepping in there, you can kind of see little wisps of smoke coming from underneath and even through some of the cracks in Ragnar's door. When suddenly, down the steps there, flies a little fairy, looking around for something, and he sees you. Now, for the sake of who's getting involved and when, I need everyone to go ahead and give me some initiatives. What do we got here?
I rolled the lowest I've ever rolled.
I'm about to say, is that a 1?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did that.
+8. But yeah.
All right, so Ira, you had
I-
21.
Yeah.
Jasper,
Wait, somebody
5.
needs disadvantage. God damn it, Plum.
5.
Ragnar, 20. Let's see, and Torin, you said yours is +8, so 9.
Yeah, 9.
All right. All right, so Ira, he is just no more than maybe 10, 15 feet ahead of you in the hallway there, and it is your move first.
How close am I to Ragnar's door?
Ragnar, his is about another 10 feet the other direction.
Oh, so I have 10 feet one way for the fairy, 10 feet behind me for Ragnar's door.
Correct.
Huh. Okay. Well, because I know these guys are little assholes that'll try and run now that seen one of us. I'll immediately use the Chrono Ring spell slow on the treasure fae.
Ooh, okay.
My action.
I believe that's a save, isn't it?
Yes, it's a wisdom save, 14.
14 wisdom
Should
save.
be, yeah, it would be on my. It would be on based on my spell save, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so 14.
All right, let's see. And with an 8, it fails that. So half speed and
I have to pull up the spell. Sorry.
does it lose its bonus action? It's one of those. something like that.
And
Half
reaction.
speed, -2 penalty to AC and Dex saves. Can't take reactions, and it can take either an action or a bonus action, one or the other. Can only make one attack if it takes the attack action. If it casts a spell with a somatic component, there is a 25% chance that the spell fails as a result of making the target spell's gestures too slowly.
That's pretty funny. All right.
That is.
So it is slowed. It is. Hold on, I'm getting zebra lights over here all of a sudden. All right. So it is slowed.
With it slowed now and maybe not going anywhere, I'm now gonna go check on Ragnar because I see the smoke coming from his room.
All right. So moving down that way, open the door inside. What are you doing in there at this point, Ragnar? Is that all that you're doing up to that point there, Ira? Because it is Ragnar's turn next. Are you handing over to
Yes,
him?
that will be everything.
All right,
I
Ragnar, you
won't
are
have
up.
much else to do.
Question: do I sense wickedness now? At least from the Fae.
Not wickedness necessarily.
Okay. You'll see me hunched over, holding my head with smoke coming out, and I'll let go and turn, and blue flames, and a skull is visible with my still clothes and everything on.
Oh. I guess Brisker didn't like whatever you did because his dagger dissolved in my room.
No. No more Brisker. And I'll hold up the moon blade. And, do I at least hear the, Fae outside?
Oh yeah, you're aware of the. It's got a particular flapping of the wings or whatever it may be.
I'll, rush past Ira then.
Oh.
And, right at the... How far is it? It's just like 20 feet, right?
Yeah, it's about 15, 20 feet from where you are.
Okay, yeah, then I'll go right at it with the moon blade and try to strike it.
Go for it.
What a whiff.
11 does not hit. It doesn't have disadvantage on or it doesn't get someone doesn't get advantage on attacks when it's slowed.
Oh, is it slowed? Then I do.
It just has a -2 to its AC. No advantage.
Oh, -2. Okay, yeah, then no, that's still not gonna hit.
I will swing again. That's better. 24.
That'll hit.
Plus... Ooh, let's go. So that'll be 24.
Nice, brutal. All right. Anything else?
What kind of damage does the moonblade do? So the 2d6 is force, but what would the... Because I was doing necrotic with the other one.
I don't have any custom changes to it at this point, so we'll see. What happens after you prove yourself down the road, though.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Is there anything else?
Nah, that'll be all for now.
All right, Finvar. So back outside. At this point, you've actually felt you're still sinking. You felt as your legs have touched the bottom of the lake that you've gone down to now. Give me another con save.
Okay.
So far, it's 1 and 1.
Feeling that I mean, that I'm turning to gold and I don't see any escape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my roll with the pool of echoes and roll me a staggering natural 1 to the con save. So, yeah, I roll a 1.
You roll
So
a
I
1.
turn to gold.
You're taking a 1 for the con save.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, as you settle into the dirt there, you kind of just feel it. And it's almost as if this time, you kind of just give into it. And
And then I'm going to pose, okay, like I was in the dirt before the Fae attacked me, and stay like this. In the bottom of the lake, turning into a gold statue.
he lays back, folds up, and just. All right. And.
Fine, I some good rest.
All right. Yeah. All right.
That
Now-
statue's gotta be worth about 20k, right?
Oh, easily. Cut off an arm or two, keep that in reserve.
He doesn't need all of his fingers, right?
Hey, I need some
Wild.
spells.
We can make him some legs from one of the KB units.
All right, so after you come in and give it that swing there, it's gonna shimmer up, kind of catch the light and flash in front of you. Go ahead and binka. Give me a save on that. Oh, it's not saying for some reason.
I'm gonna be fully honest, I fully expected Torin at some point to take that natural one from the pool of echoes.
Nah.
Actually, scratch that. Give me a dexterity save, Ragnar.
it. 16.
16. All right, so you do manage to avoid that. Now give me a con save. 15. All right, so he reaches out, tries to grab you to move you. You avoid its touch, lets off a flash. You turn the blade up just in front of your eyes, just in time to block it. Well, the sockets where your eyes once existed, as it flashes over and avoids blinding you. But he still seems more like he's trying to get past you. He moves up, goes, flies over your shoulder, and back over your shoulder there, is trying to head further down the hall for some reason. It's gonna go over, he moves past you, makes his way, and stops and turns. He's making his way in towards Jasper's room. Who, Torin, it is now your turn.
Oh wait, he passed by me.
He did.
Do I get a reaction?
You do.
Oh, yeah. Then I will strike.
Strike you will.
Uh, 12 plus 8. So 20.
All right. Pretty nasty hit that cleaves
I can
off one
also
of his
roll
little
it.
legs there. But he's still going. He's still pushing towards the door. Torin, you're up.
It can roll at the end of its turn to dispel the slow as well. At the end of each of its turn until
Oh.
the end of the spell.
Let's see. The 5, it's not going to get it that time. So it is still... Which actually means, I forgot about that, so we shouldn't have been able to do that color spray, which was with the flashes anyways. 'Cause I
Would it
didn't-
have gone past me as well? Or no, just past Ragnar?
No, because you went further down there. So he's
Okay.
kind of over near you, trying to get the door opposite side of you.
Okay.
Keep in mind, we haven't discussed or laid out exactly where everyone's rooms is, so I'm piecing them as we go.
Okay, so I'm in a separate room currently, right?
You are.
Okay, I'm gonna step out, and I really don't know where or what's going on at this point, but can I guess where am I located compared to Jasper's room?
Compared to Jasper's room, I'm going to say you're the room just beyond it, so you're another 10 feet up or so. So you're sitting in your room, you hear the scream, and then you hear a lot of commotion going on in the hallway there.
Okay, I'm just gonna start going down the hallway, and if his door is open, I'll take a quick look in there. If I see something, then I'll react. If not, then I'll just keep going.
So as you peek your head out and look over the side, you see at the far end, over towards the steps that go back up to the main deck there, you can see Ragnar over there with his blade out. Standing about halfway between the two of you is Ira, and right beside him is a little Faye who's trying to make his way over towards Jasper's door just there.
Okay.
Torin, right here, right here.
I thought he made it into shrimp. So okay, I will go ahead and bonus action. Hunter's Mark.
All right.
So go ahead and use that. I didn't mean to go ahead and roll it, but it's fine. And I'll take a shot.
Go for it.
That is a. We use heroic inspiration. I don't think 17 hits. Let's try again. A natural 1 definitely doesn't hit. That's 2 in a row. All right.
Wow.
I'll take a second shot.
Torin is very upset, everybody. That's what's happening. He's just
Yes,
having a moment.
18.
18 just barely hits.
All right. That's going to be a D10. That's terrible. That's 9. And a D6 on top of that. It's a 2. So that's 11 points of damage.
11 points, all right. Still up, but he is at this point bloodied.
This is gonna be a waste, but I completely forgot to do this. I'm gonna action search,
All right.
Do it.
and then I'm gonna do know thy enemy, and see if there's any. Oh man. Let's go for Go for resistances for now.
Is it resistant to anything? Is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
Not any outright resistances. What I will give you is that it does have magic resistant, so it does have advantage on saves against spells. You know that it's very magically resistant, but no particular elemental resistances.
Okay. And I'm just gonna stand there and basically be in its way. I'll end my turn.
Alright. Jasper, you are up. There's a lot of commotion going on inside your doorway right now.
Yeah, I'm hearing shouts and yells and screams and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'll poke my head out as well, seeing how far away is the Fae from my door.
As soon as you open the door, he is right there in your face.
Well, let's just do something. Is it? You said it's bloodied?
It is bloody.
Okay. You guys see the door open, and Jasper doesn't even poke his head out because the Fae is right there, and all you see is this gigantic lightning bolt just zot across the hallway and burn into the wood on the opposite side.
I am
against the
opposite wall.
Oh, I thought you were down the hallway.
No, I'm right beside the treasure Fae.
Yeah.
Right outside your door.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I
Ira's
can
right
angle
there.
it.
Ira's right there, and yeah, you can definitely angle it, like.
Yeah.
I figured I'd give you that critical piece of
Thanks.
information.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
Yeah,
Iron Man.
I'm
Open the door, go straight
envisioning a
raiding on both of
hallway,
you.
like, people in a row. So sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. So any way I can do it, just shooting the lightning bolt without killing any of my friends.
All right.
It's got a dex save, but I'm going to hopefully make it fail by using a portent die and having it roll an 8.
It also has a -2 from slow.
Okay. Yeah, so it rolled an 8, and it needs to make a dex save 18. So it needs a plus 12 dexterity modifier to avoid it.
How does that work with advantage rolls? Does it still decide at post advantage, or
That's a good question.
Important die with it.
would it just mean that one of the rolls is
That
replaced
is a
with an 8?
DM ruling.
Isn't the result like the final dice?
It says the
Yeah, I'm gonna
result,
take it. I'm gonna take it that way because it feels like
I mean,
the other way would
advances
be
you roll
undermining your
twice
abilities.
and you
So,
pick the result, right?
yeah, now I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that in your favor if I don't know of any specific rule for it. All right, so
38 points of damage.
38 points of damage. So you open up and absolutely electrify this thing. You can see on the inside gold within little skeleton bodies of gold just fried out. It actually drops down to the ground there, still alive, still buzzing, missing one of its legs that Ragnar took off from the back there, bleeding the side from one of the gunshot wounds that Torin gave to it, but you can see it's still reaching out. It seems to still be trying to crawl past you on the ground there. Anything else?
Nope, not for me. Since it's standing right next to me,
All right,
or on the floor next to me.
Ira, it's right there on the ground.
Huh. Well, I'm just holding my staff. I'm just gonna kind of pick it up, pull, and just kind of slam it down on its head. Try and slam it down right on its head.
All right. You said with your staff, so give me a quarter staff attack.
Oh god, I doubt a 12 hits even with the -2 to it.
You have advantage. He's prone and you're over. him.
Okay, thank you. Okay, 11.
So you bring it down. He flips over. He's rolling on the ground there. He's over there just doing combat rolls. Anything else?
No.
Nope. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna attack because with advantage, right? It's
Yeah.
prone.
Move over next to the group. You guys are standing. Basically, all of you are right now at Jasper's front door, right in his door frame, stomping out something the size of a hummingbird. All right. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And then,
29. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
So 13 plus 6, that's gonna be 19 damage.
19 damage. So that you bring it down, the energy pulses through it. Then, right as it does at the very end, there's a little puff of the blue flame that kind of goes through it. You can kind of see it burn his body away. It almost seems to absorb into the blade. And you hear that voice speak out to you in your head. Not wicked. And then it goes quiet again. Anything else, Ragnar? The thing on the ground is dead.
Feels like a paladin oath at that point.
No. Well, I will. No, that's all. That's all I'll do.
All right. So with that, as you're all standing over that one, from behind you all flies in the second one, goes moving past. Give me a dexterity save, Ragnar.
You killed Kenny.
18.
18. All right, so you managed to avoid that. He still slips just over you, right into the center of you all, and lets off that flash. I need a con save from everybody.
I'm going to use luck.
Let me see. Yeah, that would include you too. Yeah.
Here I am with my 6.
I am too. Not great.
All right, what'd you have? Oh, so flashes and bright gold light beams across there. Everybody except for Torin is blinded. Nope. Jasper, you have a 15, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Torin and Jasper are the only who aren't blinded by the massive flash. Jasper still moves, looks at you, flies over, slips over your shoulder, still within range, not moving out into a reaction space, but goes over your shoulder and is trying to get in towards the room. And that brings us to Torin. And in the hall, he is now out of sight as he's passed into the doorway there.
Okay. Where's it at? There it is. So I'll restore one of my know your enemy with a superiority dice, and I'm gonna use it as use know your enemy for a bonus action to see what vulnerabilities they have.
Does it require a line of sight?
If it does, I'll move.
Okay, just gonna move in. So you kind of move and push your way past Ira and Ragnar as they're holding their faces there, trying to get the stars out of their eyes and step in there, letting off that identifying it. You do realize this thing has a weakness to acid.
Good to know. And then I will take 2 shots at it. I'm going to use my luck dice, give myself advantage on this one, and I'm going to use superiority dice to make it a well, let's do menacing attack, and use a charge from the glove. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
So that's a D10, D12, and a D8.
D10, D12, D8.
Yes, that's 30 baseline damage. Plus 14, that's 44. Plus 4 more, that's 48 points of damage. And it has to make a DC.
Said how many? 44?
44 points.
Jesus.
And it has to make a DC 16 wisdom save.
Wait, isn't that 48, Torin? You had 14 plus the 4 on top of 30.
Yes, a 48.
48.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't want to miss that extra 4 there, y'all. Then this thing might somehow manage to come back and stand a fucking chance here. Another 5. Jesus. This dice is going over. You're over there for the night.
So it is now frightened of me.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Second shot.
Oh.
What does frightened give? Again, any bonuses for me?
Not for you. They
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage on things? Okay. Okay. I'll take a second shot, and since I hit last round, it's with advantage again. And I will use this as another... Let's make this a trip attack and use another charge from the gauntlet. So, I don't know why it's not rolling with advantage, but that's 9 for 18, and then did it roll again?
You hit. So you
And
can...
then 22 to hit. So
Yes. Yes.
to be...
Those hits do much damage. Make everybody's parents cry.
This would be 10 plus 7, so 17 points of damage, piercing damage.
17 points. So it is now very, very badly wounded. Still kind of very floating, its wings flapping a little bit slower. It's kind of dropping before lifting itself up again. But it seems to be aimed in one direction. Anything
This
else?
DC 16 strength save or be knocked prone.
I actually rolled decent, but I'm sure I have a 17.
That
I actually
saves.
made something. What do you know?
And
Now
that
it's with
will
a negative on it. What's that?
That'll end my turn.
All right. Jasper, you're up.
I can't help with the blindness, so I'm just going to attack. I'll actually cast a spell. It's within 5 feet of me.
It is.
Okay. Then I won't cast a spell. Hang on just a moment, sorry. Yep, because that's a range attack. So yeah, I'll just True Strike staff it. So hiking up the staff of power. There's a +3 to this using True Strike. So be 22 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Oh, let's see. 5 plus. Oh wow, minimum down. 6 points of damage, radiant.
It's all right, because Jasper's like, see, Ira, this is how you smack a bitch. And he brings it up and knocks that thing out. Crack it hard, it drops down.
I can't
smacks,
do anything.
smacks on the ground there. It kind of just lays back. Its eyes are still open. Still seems to be just barely alive there. Anything else?
Nope. We'll move, step to the side if anyone else can shake off the blindness and step in. That's it.
All right. I'm checking something here. All right, no, there's no additional save for it, so you are still blind, but it is... Ira, you're up. You're in the hallway, you can't see shit.
Was I within 5 feet of Ragnar?
Yeah, he had run over, like, just beside you there to hit the thing on the ground.
Could I reach around and get a hand on Ragnar's shoulder? Would I be able... Because I would like to cast Lesser Restoration to remove the blindness from Ragnar.
I mean, you could certainly reach for him. Huh. Y'all asking a lot of outside of the box bullshit tonight. Just so you know, just so we're on full understanding there.
Because I just have to be able to touch him to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
I don't see necessarily anything against it, because blindness itself...
It says you touch a creature to end one condition on it: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poison.
Blindness can't see. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily say that you need line of sight on that. It's not an attack spell. You just kind of touch him and do it, right?
Yes.
Goes with the rules there. So yeah, feel free to give Ragnar a reach around.
Alright, I reach out, tap Ragnar on the shoulder, and cast Lesser Restoration to remove blindness.
If you had eyeballs, they would be opening right now, Ragnar.
Oh yeah.
More flame.
Yeah. Alright, anything else, Ira?
Because a lot of my stuff requires sight or touch, and if I'm blinded, do I make another save at the end of my turn then?
No, at the end of your turn. It ends at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay then. But yeah, that's it.
Alright, Ragnar, you're up.
Thank you. And I'm going to strike. He's prone, right?
Yeah, it's
He
on the ground there, kind of pushed into the... Oh, no, he did. Yeah, he did save, so he is...
He's
Oh, he
frightened
just-
though.
yeah,
That's
that's
the only
right.
thing.
Okay, well, I will strike normally.
Alright.
17.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. I will go again.
It's less that he dodged it, more that he just kind of dipped down, and you just happen to swing at that moment. 27 does hit.
Let's double it, 27. Or 15.
Oh no, not another one.
Not wicked.
Yeah.
He slices through there.
Impact.
Ooh.
It same
Oh, no.
Shit, I didn't. know
occurrence
that,
there as it
actually.
clips through. Not wicked.
Strike 2.
You owe me the wicked, Ragnar. And it goes quiet again.
Oh,
Did I kill the Fae?
And with that, that thing does in fact die and go down there. Hey, Plem over there in the chat. First off, from you, what we are going to need is, of course, you already know, we need 2.
He did the first
D20
one for
rolls.
13.
Did he? Okay, so we got 1 that's already in there. Okay, I see it. Cool. We need 1 more from you because they killed 2 of them.
We hit the jackpot.
And a 1. All right, so
1.
it's going to be a total of 3 items. Just in case you guys run out of items to debate over what goes where. Let's see.
Potions would be nice right now.
Oh yeah, potions are a thing, huh? That don't look like a potion number.
or non-attunement items, right?
Yeah.
So, out of 1 of them, drops. Oh, I gotta figure out the gold too here. There's so many freaking. These phase take up a session, don't they?
Yeah, they give XP, so.
That's
Yeah,
one
you're
big
close,
plug.
right?
I'm like 200 something away.
Yeah, you're real close.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
I'm still 1,000 XP off. But XP is XP, like he said.
I'm like 2,000.
Hey, if this was first edition, you got like XP for each gold. Each gold you got.
3,300 gold. First item that I rolled up on here. So a set of what can only be described of as wings falls. And then what is that? Give me an actual potion here. So potion drops down, falls on the ground there. This one kind of orangish on the inside. The liquid almost doesn't look like liquid. It looks like, oddly enough, it looks like it's almost formed of mist on the inside. Mist or some kind of gas inside of this jar there. And one more.
Something else with flying, I guess.
We're not going to do the repeat on that one. Good lord. Everything is... I'm about to have to remake this whole list because you guys are at the point of almost just getting repeats. Alright, that's 3 repeats in a row. So I'm going to give you guys 3 potions of healing instead of a repeat on anything you guys don't need. Those are superior healing.
Ooh. That's a scary sign.
Damn.
Well, how many instant fortresses do you guys need?
Good point.
Hey, we can add them to our bastion. Have like
Yeah,
3
right.
towers on it.
All right.
All right, everybody good? Everybody here?
So,
Yeah.
and with that, as it all simmers down a little bit there, Ragnar, you hear again inside the voice. There will be times that those will stand in your way. They must be dealt with as well, but I demand, in the sake of peace, bring me the wicked. Vengeance must be served. It fades out again, and the flames on the blade and around your head kind of die down a little bit.
In my head, to answer, it will be done.
Every so often, you get almost a mental image of her, this half-veiled, half-armored goddess, standing in blue, wreathed in blue flames. And if you didn't get it before, the name Elhannes. If you want to give me a religion check, I can. Let's see if you know. If you're familiar at all with this particular goddess.
I will. Give me a second. I'm gonna use one of my luck. To add a D10 to that. So that'll be 22.
So you recognize the name Elhannes. It's not the most broadly worship of goddesses, but still recognized to be a very fearsome being. She is the divine daughter of the goddess Eldoth, the goddess of peace, a lawful good god, and also the daughter of Hor, the lawful neutral god of vengeance. She herself reigns over, in a sense, her own domain. Specifically, she is a goddess of peace through vengeance. She teaches, or those who follow her believe that the only way to bring peace is to be as brutal and bring true justice to those who create the suffering. They do not teach peace in a way of turn thy cheek. It is smack me in my face and I'll stab you in yours. It's very much the mentality.
I'm sorry, how do you say her name again?
Elhannes. It's Elhonis.
Ragnar has disadvantage.
Thanks, Plum.
Plum said, that's all you get to know. Try something else. All right. Is there any more questions on that? Thoughts, anything? All right. And so we got a memory trigger in there as well. If anybody has anything for that is sitting there, ready and available. All right. Well, with that, as the group is kind of getting themselves together there, the Fae, as they always do, kind of seem to fade away. That little blood spot eventually dries and then almost turns to a kind of just gold glitter that eventually just turns to dust and it's gone. And what is everybody doing at this point? No signs for a while now of one of y'all's friends. No one's seen Finvar in a bit.
Well, I don't know if I'm surprised to ask, where's Finvar? This is like the third time he's ran from a fight.
Yeah, I think we're getting ready to take off here soon, so we do need to account for everybody.
I'm sure somebody Probably go find a ditch. He's probably sleeping somewhere. Maybe he's just make a pie. Maybe he'll come running.
If someone can find him, I'll take 20 minutes to identify these 2 items, and then we can be underway.
I want to make a stealth check.
A stealth check?
Yeah. But I'm going to use the Ring of Shadows and try to be in dim light, but I'm going to go into Jasper's room.
Okay. So, Jasper, and so in your room, you said that you're trying to identify these items. So you're in there kind of sitting at one of your desks or something and working on that. And as you're slipping in the shadows there, go ahead and give me that check.
So with the Ring of Shadows, it gives me the invisible condition, so that's advantage, right? If it's in dim light.
It does as long as you're in dim light, correct.
Okay. $26.
26. All right, so that as you go and sit back in your room there, no signs of anything. A little push of wind, but nothing that causes any alarm to your mind there. What are you doing?
So I saw
Torin?
that the Fays were running in, trying to go into his room. So I'm just looking for any sort of Fey thing that could be in his room that they may have been interested in, right? To want to go into there.
Okay. How can I ask this without being too above board? Jasper, was everything put away after the end of last session? Before you went in your room to try to get some rest? Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Thanks. The one thing that I did wake up after that dream walk last night is I tried to find that necklace that was worn by the Kuatoa priest to commune with or summon that giant living island. Remember, I dug it out of my pack to make sure it was still there, and I would have wrapped it up, but I wouldn't have I might have been absent-minded enough to not put it away.
Okay. And where was the book?
The book is not in a bag. It would be right on top of the desk, because I didn't want to put it in any bag in case any extra dimensional portal type of shenanigans.
So, kind of hiding there in the little bit of shadow in the corner of the room, looking over. The only thing you can see, kind of in the direction, you can almost see a straight line pointing there from the doorway, and that golden blood that's already starting to dry up and flake off, pointing right to the corner of the desk, the top of which sits the book and the necklace.
He's at the desk too, right?
He is. He's sitting there, so you're kind of, his back is to you as you're standing in his room. Not creepy at all.
I'll just
Totally
walk out.
normal.
I'll just walk out then.
All right. Go and slip back out there. Without any notice, the last thing you notice is the slightest little kind of movement of air behind you. But by the time you turn over, it's already gone. You get back to work identifying the items there, which there were 3 of them. So you got the potions. You also got a potion of gaseous form.
Yep.
And as if y'all needed them, wings of flying.
Okay.
Does it require 2 minutes?
I think those were mentioned in a conversation with one of y'all recently, and I swear that was just coincidence that they just happened to come up now. Doesn't it figure?
Yeah.
The next whole arc is going to be underground. The passages are all 5 feet high. You guys are going to be down there scrunching like this with those fucking things. All right. And was anybody going out looking for Finvar? Or y'all just waiting to see if he's.
To look for Finvar.
All right, so step out there, kind of up on the ship over the edge, looking around. Again, there is a thin, almost morning dew of mist hanging over everything. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, 15.
15. No direct sights of Finvar himself, but you could see just beyond the ship, down at the bottom there, leading a bit towards the lake, some halfway filled in footprints. It's like most likely Finvar's from the night before when he was heading out. But you can't see where they lead exactly into the mist.
Is the boat still docked, or?
Yeah, you guys are kind of sitting in a little clearing next to a lake on the mountain.
Well, because I have the chrono ring on, I do have a fly speed. Could I fly down to try and follow the footprints to see if it takes me to where he decided to lay down for the night?
Lift up and float down and move along there. Give me a survival check.
Not a very good druid. 19.
19. You follow the trails there. They're, you know, for a guy who can fly, Finvar is surprisingly heavy-footed. And you can see those deep heel prints leading all the way down by the water. You can even see the spot where clearly he had made himself a little patch of grass all bent in over itself that he was laying on before he went to sleep. You can see the heavier footprints leading into the shallow water. No sign of him from there. Give me another perception check.
Yeah. Another 15.
Another 15. So, you don't see Finvar, but you see through the mist hanging on that little bit of water there, a little bit of opens up. A little bit of that early morning light starting to come through, and something shines from underneath the water.
Could I walk towards it?
Go a little bit further. The water's starting to get a bit deeper. You get about halfway up your thigh before you're close enough. Little swinging of the arms clears the mist on the water. The water here is crystal clear at this point, and the sun coming down. You can see glowing at the very bottom, look like he's laying in Earth's hammock. Finvar, the solid gold statue at the bottom of the lake.
He's turned into a false idol.
And that's where we're gonna take a break, you guys. We're gonna take a few minutes here. I gotta stretch my legs, you know, all that good stuff, and then we will be right back with yes, the false idol of Finvar. All right, all right, BRB, everybody. Where's that fucking button? Bam.
Good people in Plum.
Oh, yes, in Plum. All right, y'all, we are back. Group here, dealing with their evening. Some of them trying to finish up some of their resting time there. Some identifying and preparing things. And Ira standing outside by the bank of this lake here, looking down at the submerged golden statue of Finvar.
Oh boy. Well, I would stick my head in the water and try and talk to him, because I know he has the Pearl of Water Breathing, and I have the title ring to breathe underwater. So would that mean we can still converse, like, we would know that we could converse, like, normally, or no? I'm just trying to remember what the Pearl of Water Breathing was again. That was...
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bubble, but I cannot talk. I mean, my mouth is cold.
Yeah.
Sealed.
God damn it, Finvar. Okay. So I'm just basically on the outside of the ship at this point, right?
Yeah, down by the water.
Would I know whose room would be closest to me geographically?
That would be the little space. There's the room where Finvar actually has his stuff, and then the little storage area where he likes to go and hide away and sleep at are the closest. Kind of that corner of the ship there. Next to that would be, I guess that would be Jasper's, is the next window over.
All right. And would you say that is more than a foot of wood, the hull of the boat?
More than a foot of wood?
Like the hull being more than a foot thick. If I were to cast message to try and let Jasper know what the situation is.
Oh no, you'd be able to get that through.
All right. Jasper, we got a bit of a situation outside. It seems Finvar's been turned golden.
Be right there. I'll let the others know if they want to come along, but I'll hop on the carpet and fly out and look around for Ira.
I'll just kind of float above the water right where Finvar is at that point. So
I need the
he can find
visual.
me easier.
Are you standing or sitting on that carpet? Standing?
You're muted.
I was reading it. I think you said standing.
Yep, standing.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, there's a siren going by, so I'm trying to
No worries. I
keep
appreciate
the
it.
sound out.
Yeah, so a moment later, here he comes floating down like M. Bison, just...
You're standing on the carpet. I'm just kind of floating above the water, making it look like I'm standing on the water.
We got really weird in one day, so
You said you yelled it out so everyone could hear, right?
yes.
No, I can't. Jasper did.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I said, hey, Ira's got something going on outside.
So behind Jasper is me with my blue skull flame on a wind skiff with blue flames coming out of it as a sail.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yes, and then that was a surprise to even yourself. And when you stepped out and brought the skiff up, when your hands grabbed hold of it, the flames from it ran across it. It doesn't have any actual feature changes to it, but it changes kind of the aesthetic. And as this, the cells themselves burn away, replaced by this kind of almost solid flame that wiggles back and forth with it. Yada yada. All right. And what are y'all doing? I think Torin's just sleeping. Torin's like,
I'm gonna sit in a tree and watch this happen.
okay.
Ira, you said you found Finvar? What's going on?
Yeah, he's right below me. He's turned a little golden. He has his pearl of water breathing on, so he'd be safe. But I don't think breathing is a concern right now.
Well, we did maybe that second Fae that zoomed in after the first one got a hold of him.
That's what I'm thinking. Also, would I see Torin? Because my passive perception's a 21.
Jeez.
You're muted. You're muted, Rizza.
Yeah. Did you like sneak your way up there? Or you just kind of float your way up there.
Well, I saw the stealth
I think
check.
you're muted now.
Torrens mutitude.
I rolled a 14, so yeah.
Oh, 4. You did make a stealth. Yeah. So he's kind of doing it more. It's more nonchalant and like super sneaky and everything. But when he gets up there, you kind of just see through a little burst, a little bit of the mist that's just starting to dissipate, him flying over, landing up on the top of one of these trees and settling in to watch the show.
I'm just sitting there, my feet are like swinging back and forth, just eating a ration, just watching.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say I'll pull up Moses and standing on the carpet in my armor with a staff in one hand, I'll cast levitate on Finvar's statue body and have it rise up out of the water like a golden idol.
I
was thinking the X-wing.
Okay.
And that is why you fail.
Jasper, if I hadn't paused and if I had interrupted you, I was gonna do control water to split the water.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
that would have been better. Idea.
Then you still would have had to drag it out of the water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
as you guys are standing there and he's floating over, you see the water start to rumble as it spreads open and it rises up to the top, floats over. Then you're just setting it over on the water bank.
Jedi. Yeah.
Goes
on the
over
shore.
and settles in, fitting actually almost perfectly, unintentionally, but right over in the spot where little did you know he was sleeping about a half an hour ago.
I haven't seen this before. How do we get rid of this thing? Is this a? Can I dispel it? Is this a curse?
I'm
anybody
gonna
know?
We can
cast
sell it.
detect magic to try and
Torin, either you get
What
down
kind
here
of
and help or
magic
stay
this is?
quiet in the tree.
Detect magic. So detect magic. This is a curse.
I got this, and I'm going to cast remove curse.
All right. With that, as you place your hands down on it, the fire all moves from every part of your body. Your flames go off your head for a moment as it all channels down to your hands, spreads across his body, and burns away the metal before gathering back onto yourself and back over your skull. And a moment later, there you are. All of a sudden, your eyes, the light, not blinded, but certainly burns as if you were just in a cave and all of a sudden you're in the Sahara. The light just so bright as it hits you in the eyes, the retinas themselves again.
So I open my eyes. The first thing I see is Ragnar. I mean, not Ragnar, a skull. I mean, a literal skeleton right in front of me, and I mean, I stare at it like, what the fuck is this thing? Guys?
Yeah. What did happen to you?
Welcome to hell. I'm just kidding. I'm not with Brisker anymore. But also, he's probably gonna come after us.
So you are Ragnar, after all.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I prefer the other face, but I mean, it's really cool. I'm going to touch the his flames to see if he's still hot, as always.
Is Finvar wicked?
So, reach the hand over and touch it. The flames actually seem to move out of the way to where you just kind of touch the skull. Can't fully touch the flames themselves. They seem to avoid you.
Oh. I mean, Brisket was going to come after us anyway, so this is a really great. Wow. I mean, I'm just amazed by this thing. I didn't expect this form at all, Ragnar, but
Is this
it's
a
cool.
curse? Are you cursed? Is this Brisker's doing?
He took away my skin for saying no to him. But now take out the moon blade. But she gave me a new purpose. And the blue flames.
I'm going to look at Jasper and say, I knew the sword was creepy, Jasper. I mean, what? You didn't tell me about the skinning and the blue flames.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Actually, Finvar, I think you would have liked the sword too. She set me on a path of vengeance against the wicked. Much like your own morality.
Vengeance? I mean, I don't think that's my path anymore. While I was sleeping in the gold, I mean, I think I have gone a little too far, but I'm not judging any path you take. I'm just analyzing my own and making fixes. But you say that woman brings you vengeance? To whom? Who are you trying to avenge?
Vengeance against those who are wicked, who corrupt.
Well, I like that woman a lot, so I mean, he thinks the same as me.
Ragnar, is this something that you wanted? Or that you want?
Going off the memory trigger, I will talk about when I was little, seeing the courts and the rich and how corrupted they were and how they plotted and basically were in charge of everything that went on with the country. And I saw that and I was in disagreement, which is why I was exiled. Because I never agreed with any of the political views. Plus, I wasn't like a fighter. I didn't want to ever be a part of that. Now realizing that Ragnar isn't the hero that I thought him to be, and maybe he's even part of this corrupt system, I want to change that.
Does this mean your mind has changed about, or your opinion has changed about what we should do about the Soulforged army?
I think it needs to be destroyed. I don't think anyone should have that power. That's my opinion. And we don't exactly know what it is, so.
Fair. So, because Brisker is now a danger to potentially all of us, what should we be watching out for?
Demons, devils. He's probably going to play at making us doubt each other. I mean, when he tested me for his loyalty, that's exactly what he did. I don't even know. I fought you, Jasper, in you, Torin.
I'm over here.
Torin, come join the damn conversation.
No.
So, I think that's what Brisker will do. I think he will attempt in small ways to make us doubt each other.
I mean, he's going to he's going to have the things really difficult, because for me, I trust you with my life. You just saw it before. I don't know you guys, but Briske is not going to have an easy time ending us, and we might as well end him, right? And we lose a tie. Ties or loose ends. That's it.
Are you saying we should take the fight to him?
I mean, if he's going to fight us, We probably we should make a plan, at least.
Ragnar, is that even possible?
I think so. We know where he's at. Right? But it involves us going through the layers of hell.
That's how dangerous is that?
I'm not sure. I've been researching and I still don't know much. There's not much known about the layers of hell. But he's in Maladonia. Right, is that how you say that?
Maladamini.
Dominic?
Or Maladamat. I'm pronouncing it in some kind of way.
Artificer.
Depends on the.
Yeah.
It's Artificer. Y'all are gonna get me started. All right, we're not gonna get started on that. It's Artificer. All right. Yeah. So it is, and
Dominic.
yeah, Meladominoes, and yeah, it is. You don't know of an exact route to get there. Give me an intelligence check, Jasper.
Straight up intelligence check. Got it.
History, actually. Make it history if you have proficiency there.
I do. I'm rolling crap. 14.
14. So, you're not sure where exactly the thought comes from, but as mention of it is brought up, you have almost a half sense of deja vu. The paper tower and a path leading through there that you haven't walked yourself, but almost feel as if you have. And somewhere at the end of that path, a door. And on the other end of that door, the realm of Melodamini. It's missing connectors at the front and at the back end of the thought, but there in the center, you just know of there is a path that exists.
Yeah, I think there's a nice. I think there's a hall of doorways that, if we can just find access to, we might be able to travel the plains with some preparation, I think.
I mean, I was only saying it for precaution, you know. We could maybe later do an attack on the Maladomini. I don't know how it's spelled, but
As Torin
It's
falls out of the tree.
Maladamini.
Maladomini.
How'd you
What
know
are you
those
up
rolls
to,
were?
Torin? I see you making all these stealth and acrobatics rolls here. What are you doing over
I'm
there?
trying to jump down the tree, but I fail miserably.
Fell.
Oh, I thought he was just over there doing fucking gymnastics up in the tree like it's fucking Jurassic Park, The Lost World or something.
I'm watching Torin just hit every branch on the way down.
So he flew up there, got off the broom, sat on a branch, swinging his leg, and just whoa, shit!
I have the ring now, so it's just torn. It's no longer the broom.
Oh, that's right. So he just slipped right off of there and is just smacking one on the way down.
Oh.
Right before I hit the ground, I just do the hover.
Pink Floyd, learn how to fly, learning to fly.
Yeah, right. It's like, man, why was this easier on a stick? All right. Anyways, so back over to y'all there. So, what are the thoughts?
Well, there's
What are the
definitely
plans,
some.
gentlemen?
Yeah, Findar, you were saying something about prep.
Yeah. What are we up to, guys? Now? I mean,
I was just going to ask that. Do we want to? Well, Captain Book said that he needed to reprovision. So the easiest and closest place would be Fristfell. I mean, Eastwatch is an option, but the Silent Shadows are there. But then we also, it's been 2 or 4 weeks now, and we don't know the fate of Sam West. So we could probably find him magically with a bit of divination.
Go to Freshfield then,
Potentially.
or where's he Sam located, or do we know anything about his last appearance?
Well, yeah, actually, we had discovered that Sam West was on the ship of the rival party. And just as a reminder, the rival party was sent out by Jarl Silverstrand, who is the Jarl of Harvick, which is right next to Midway. And someone standing in direct opposition of Aelor Vard, which we also know may not be as altruistic as he's stated in the past. So,
As he said that, I'll eventually make my way back to the group, and be like, which is not a good thing to have a Jarl with Sam West. Just keeping that in mind.
So I think at the very least we need to stop by Fristfell at least overnight to reprovision the ship and then maybe a trip back to Midway to our bastion, so we can do some research, figure out what steps to take next. It's one option.
Anything but there.
Anything but Midway?
But Eastwatch. Anything
Oh, but Eastwatch.
Anything
Yeah.
but Eastwatch. Understandable.
Hey, I like that haircut, Ragnar. I'll rub his head.
Baldy?
Chrome Dome?
Guys, he's not bald. He has hair, lad, but it's like fire.
Do you have hair?
I don't think anymore. It's a fire.
As I rub his head, I'm gonna absorb the fire into the coalesce.
Question: is Torin wicked?
Oh god.
For sure, for sure.
So, as he reaches over and touches you, the flames move, but they seem to rumble a little bit. And you get a...
Kill him.
yeah. Not wicked. But foolish. And it goes quiet.
Understatement of the year.
So we go Freshfield, reprovision, and then bastions. Well, our bastion. And what about Sam? We rescue him 2 weeks. When exactly?
I guess
When
it's up to everybody. I mean, we definitely do need to go to Fristville first.
Yes.
And then Midway to check in with the Bastion, but then after that, we can go straight to figure out what happened to Sam West, or up to you guys.
I mean, I wanna find the rival party to give them to see what are they made of.
I agree. Definitely need to figure out what they found, because they were kind of on the same mission we were.
Right, and if we've had luck finding 3 of these artifacts, who knows if they found any.
I mean,
One never knows.
so
But just keep this in mind, though. If we do anything to that party, we will be making ourselves enemies to the Jarl, since he hired them.
aren't we already enemies of him?
Mild inconveniences at this point.
I think we're on thin ice, would be the best way to put it.
Well, that's a good icebreaker, and that's We kill the other party and we bring him his head. But I don't know. I don't know if they are cool or not. I just want to find out.
Oh, I'm down for that. We can figure out this rival party. Find Sam West. Jasper, I heard you talk about divination spells. I would have to drop this this new thing I can do now. I heard that would be able to work.
Well, I thought divination spells couldn't find us, but could we not cast them out from here?
We can cast out. They can't cast in.
I'm a new wizard.
You got something on your forehead there.
Really? I was wondering. It's kind of hurting with this one.
All right. What's the plan, gentlemen?
So, shopping time in Firstfall?
Let's do it.
Shopping time.
Tweak it a long rest.
All right, get on the boat this time, Finvars.
Okay, okay. I don't think I'm sleeping outside anytime soon.
Oh,
At
that's-
least,
that's changed.
at least we have to find out where the face come from. I mean, they're really annoying.
I don't know. Maybe the Feywild.
So,
God.
making your guys' way back up onto the ship, setting sail, rising back up, repairs what can be done have been made. Ship gets turning and heading back, going kind of southeast from where you currently are. Continue to sail on. As it does, you all can see the mountains there, which, when you all had arrived here, were just icy peaks as far as you can see. Now, more and more of that ice seems to be kind of receding up to the higher parts of the peaks. The land down below started to seemingly melt away. A lot of it's seeing a lot more green trees here or there than what you recall on your journey here. But as you get further towards Fristfell, you see that more Arctic weather start to return, eventually coming down on the shores there where the city itself of Fristfell. One second. Sorry, people. Give me a second. I know my stuff is acting stupid, like it likes to do, and it's time not to do that.
Quick question though: do we get long rest from this? Or is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
gonna
you all are getting your
Okay.
long rest as you go. So, moving along, eventually arriving to Fristfell. Now, Fristfell itself is always been considered a rather difficult place to survive, but through just very resourceful people who have taken to whaling to make it out here in these icy tundras. Is that not working now? Son of a bitch. Give me 1 second. But as of right now, as you guys are arriving, you can already see where they're pulling up some of these catches, these massive white whales with single horns coming off the front of them. They're pulling up onto the docks and anchors and everything there. Cranes, very archaic cranes, pulling them up out of the water and stretching them out onto the beaches where they're being cut. And the actual architecture of the town, a lot of these buildings are made of combinations of what wood they could get from the very thin forest around here, but also making use of a lot of the thick whale bones. But as you can see, as you're arriving, a lot of people are out. Things set up all over the place. And judging by it's kind of the time of year and everything, they're seem to be getting prepared. The time of renewal is approaching quickly, which you all know is kind of almost the new year in Aradiel. It's when the last part of winter is ending, a couple of days there between when the day between when spring officially starts. It's called the Day of Renewal, and most cities hold some kind of festival to celebrate it. Now, it's not quite time for that here. You can already see the first inklings of them preparing for the festival. You all land at the docks there. Are you guys sitting down in the water or having them stay airborne?
Well, what's standard for? What does the captain say is standard for docking here? Do they have an airship tower here?
No tower here, but they are able. There is because this is a whaling community. They do have the docks large enough by the water that they can set it down.
Let's just go there. I
We'll
guess.
need
Yeah. Unless
restart.
anybody has a difference. Let's go there.
Goes in, pulls in. As you guys do, you can already see a number of these kids in these very thick wolf and bear pelts over their backs there. Although, surprisingly, some of these people are not dressed half as insulated as you would expect in these climates. They all come running out to see the airship descending down, landing in the water, and anchoring off right there, tying off right off on the decks. And on your way out, the captain, try not to get into any trouble out there. These First Valians, they are, well, they're a friendly sort, but they're also easily offended, if you catch me.
I think you just told me not to say anything.
Are you sure? I thought. I don't think so. I mean, by what are they offended exactly? Do you know the stereotypes here?
Well, it's not so much stereotype, it's more these are very hardy people. They're very insulated out here on their own. Close-knit communities. They don't take kindly to outsiders coming in and disturbing the peace, as they say. And if you do so, well, they're also a very stubborn people. If they're offended, well, you better believe they'll bare-knuckle box you right there in the snow. So just keep that in mind, will you?
I'll do.
Well, other than that, enjoy your stay. Shouldn't take any more than... If we rush on it, we could probably get everything restocked by the morning. Unless you all intend to stay any longer than that.
When you say we go,
Let's shoot for the morning.
Aye, well, we'll get her done. All right, you heard it, men. Get to it. Number of them start going, bags thrown over their shoulder, running off the plank there, heading down into the city to get the wares. And you all are free to move around town. What are your guys' intentions here? What do you plan to do?
Well, first off, before I leave, what kind of clothing do we have? Do
Yeah.
we have any like caps?
Thicker clothing?
or- Yeah, like
Well,
I want
back-
to like
Oh, yeah,
wrap
cover-
my whole face and stuff where just my skull eyeballs are.
oh, the mantle of spell resistance. Maybe it's. And maybe
so
it doesn't
You're
go.
you're kind of just wrapping yourself up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And back in Glenfirth, I bought a bunch of fur cloaks because I knew that we're going to be up in the mountains, right? So we all
That is true.
got those fur cloaks as well. So give you wear that as well.
Yeah, and I'll be
All right.
for sure.
Nice, well insulated. All right, what's the plan?
Guys, I wanted to get some armor, but seeing these people are like primitive, I don't know if I could get a heavy one here. But anyone else wanna go to the forge or blacksmith?
I'll tap my my heavy plate. I say, you joining the club?
I think so. I mean, I like moving lightly, but I think I need it. Just for being a big shiny guy. With some.
Have you thought about have you thought about enchanting the leathers that you wear now?
No. I mean, could I? Or could you? Really? Because I don't know how to do it.
I think maybe between Torin and myself and the rest of us, I think we might be able to figure something out. I mean, hey, I love being in a clamshell, but you are extremely dexterous. I'd hate to have you slowed down by this kind of thing, this kind of outfit. Something to think about. Anyway, so it's, it's obviously your call.
I also have a bit of muscle, and I'm going to like a bit. I have 13 strength, barely.
I'm gonna
But-
chime in here and say we do still have some mithril left for you, Finbar. If we ever get time, we can make you some light-weighted plate armor.
Oh,
Oh,
that could be good.
would be really nice. Okay.
And then it's
so-
enchantable because it does absorb magic.
Okay, so.
But what you could do is probably get a template. Get something that we can use too.
Okay, so yes, blacksmith. I'm going to walk in a street like to the town. Say, well, you coming with me or anyone? Or I could go alone.
I think I could use some new armor, so I'll come with you.
Yeah, I'll come with you as well.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm
look,
coming and seeing what they have.
I'm gonna look
Alright.
towards Jasper and be like, I don't think it's good for me to be this close to East Watch near you guys. So I'm gonna either stay on the boat or separate.
Okay, fair.
You sure? You don't want
Yeah.
to come?
Don't want to,
Don't need to draw
Draw
unnecessary attention.
especially this close to
Okay,
where I
so
came from. So,
do you have a ascending stone?
no, I don't.
The captain has one, and I have the
Yeah.
other.
Okay, so if you have any trouble, message the captain, and he will tell us.
And I'm going to use the ring of shadows and basically just stay in dim light, traverse it down a bit.
You're heading off into town, kind of sticking to the shadows there. All right. Cloak up.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, after most of the party heads off the ship and starts going to town looking for a blacksmith, which, from what you can tell, there is quite an option of them here. Seems to be a lot of blacksmithing work going on there, though most of them seem to be making harpoons and things specifically for welling. But it doesn't take long before you find where some of them are making armor. A little bit more searching before you find one who makes armor a bit more of what you guys are accustomed to. A lot of what they make are, light armor pieces here, small chest pieces and things. Nothing that's going to weigh you down too much if you're out there at sea fighting whales and whatever comes along with them. But eventually you do find an older gentleman. Looks to be, in fact, you may have noticed, not the only Goliath. Seems to make up a fair portion of the population of this town. This older one here, banging away at his hammer as you all step in. Looks over, sets it down. Outsiders. Don't get many of your sorts around here. What can I do for you?
I was looking for some armor or some way to make it myself. Like a
Make it
template. or
yourself, you say?
something like
Well, it's not exactly a copy and paste type of situation here. We have anvils we could sell. Do you know how to use an anvil, son?
that. No, but I have the coin to make you use it for me. Maybe.
I believe what you're referring to is a purchase. Are you here
Exactly.
to purchase armor? What kind of armor are you looking for? From the looks of you, something dainty, perhaps?
I know what that word means, but I was looking into something more heavy.
Heavy armor. Well,
Yeah.
goes over. Heavy, you say, and he grabs something out of a closet behind him and walks over, steps towards you. This massive, heavy armor that he's holding looks like something that a legionnaire would wear. And he goes over and hands it off to you, and you grab hold of it. This armor is absolutely insanely heavy as you kind of, it almost feels like 80 pounds that you're just kind of holding on to tight there. Is that heavy enough for you, or do you want to be more specific?
I mean, I was talking like heavy armor for a night, something like that. I don't know.
Grabs hold of it, sets it down beside him. Well, what are you thinking then? Chainmail, perhaps?
Plate?
Plate armor. Yes, I do have a set of plate armor that I can do for you. Tell you what. Many of the folks around here tend to overcharge outsiders. I'm not a fan of it. Seems greedy. $90 gold for a set of plate armor.
90?
We don't get much business around here, son.
That's so little.
Yes,
But
well,
okay, I'll do it. For this plate armor, right?
Alright, just make sure you tell your friends. Maybe you get a little tourism down here and I'll stop selling the same blasted pauldrons. And he goes and sets the heavy armor back into a closet to the same blasted fisherman. And closes. And he goes over, grabs with one hand the set of plate armor, sets it up on the thing there. Looks certainly heavy. It's nothing fancy. It's got some very kind of sharp edges to it. It almost looks kind of like a polygon iteration of armor. It's kind of sharp points and rectangles and triangles here or there, but looks very sturdy. It's as simple as they come.
It looks really pointy. I like it. How much?
90 for the set.
90. Okay. I grab 100 and drop it on the counter.
Takes it, jingles it in his hand. It's nice doing business with you. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first bit of outside gold that's come in this town in a month, so tosses it over on a little shelf behind him. A couple other bags you can see just laying there, kind of looking undisturbed and unthought about. Sits down in a stool. And your friends, do you lot need anything as well?
Do you have anything that's infused with magic? Perhaps.
Well, according to the ladies, just these right here.
I'm looking for studded leather, but a little more reinforced.
Well, nothing magical per se about them, but have some very fine ones. In the back, he goes back for a moment, comes back out a little bit later. This is actually a two-piece set that I didn't make myself, admittedly, but an old friend of mine, before traveling on somewhere to show their rather fine working scales, if I say so myself. And he sets up, it's on the inside a very simple kind of leather reinforced vest, and then to go along with it, looks like almost a reinforced leather jacket, spiked along the shoulders and around the wrists, and sets it on the table there. Now, I have this. I have to be honest, I'm not too keen on letting it go, but I'm also not a greedy man, so for this particular set, 150, and it's yours. And this is a set of +2 studded leather.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to give him 200 gold.
Whoa. You boys are gonna have me paying taxes this year, I see.
Look, your stuff is amazing, and I feel better if I paid a more correct price.
He looks over towards you, kind of
low to me.
looks directly at you for a second. Without doing it physically, you can almost feel like he's kind of leaning in and just looking directly into where your eyes should be, though it's slightly concealed in the shadow that your cowl casts. And, well, I do appreciate your generosity, son. Stay warm, will you? And then looks over the rest of the group. And you lot, is there anything I could help you all with as well?
Yes, but Ira, are you here? Do you want to ask?
No, I did not have anything I was looking for.
Well, then I'll clank up
Yeah.
in my heavy armor, a heavy plate, and with my shield, that still has the Midway Guard emblem on it, ask the blacksmith. Yeah, it's just as my friends did. These have served me well, but I'm looking for something that may have some arcane or magic infused capabilities. Do you have anything that might fit me? Either a plate or a shield.
Well, seeing what clearly is some sort of mage, if I'm not mistaken. Judging by, he kind of puts his hand out a little bit, the static that almost seems to be permeating from you. Am I correct, sir?
And yes, his hand actually probably passed through because of my cloak of displacement. So.
Interesting. Well, I do have something that I made a while back. It was supposed to be finished by another wizard, in fact, but, well, let's just say he left away on some business, and by the time I finished my half, he never showed up. So he goes to the back, steps back out with a kind of a kite shield. The whole shield itself made with steel, brimmed with what looks like white gold. And then from each corner comes in like an X, and at the center there's a circle there of gold plating. You can tell that there's runes that are halfway done going down it, but it looks like an incomplete spell. It's not everything is done except for the final enchantment. And here's a list, sets on the table there, kind of a rolled up bunch of scrolls, each of which giving a list of specific enchantments that can be placed upon some of these shields. They vary from simply amplifying the shield to adding certain reaction abilities to the shield. And we'll go into detail about that more later when you want to go into it. Kind of breaks down to there's simple stuff that's kind of passive constantly, such as, making it a +1, +2 shield, etc. Things like, depending on the level of the spell, like level 1 or so is probably going to be something you can use as a reaction. And as you go into higher levels, they become more things that are like, oh, you can use this once per day or yada, 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 depending on what spells you attach to it.
Sure.
So I have that on offer. Otherwise, I do have a simple, it pulls out another one there. It's already done. It's not quite as big. It's a smaller round shield. Still very similar, iron or steel with the white gold, the center there of gold with the emblemary blazoned on it, and it's a +2 shield. It sets that down beside it as well. Either of those, depending on which you'd like, I can let them either go, both of them go. Since this one isn't finished, I'll say 30 gold. For the one that is finished, 35. You seem to have cast some kind of silence spell on yourself,
I
sir.
have, yeah. Even though my friend said he wasn't interested in anything, I will take both. Yeah, and I will pay full price since you've been so good to us. Thank you.
Takes the gold. Well, let's just say I'm gonna eat well for a while here. All the well blubber I can chew on and pretend like it's something better, right? Well, was there anything else I could do for you, gentlemen?
Do you know of a good woodworker?
Around these parts? Why,
Yes.
you walk outside and throw a rock and you'll find somebody who's a halfway decent woodworker around here. Wood isn't exactly, our most abundant resource. So, we treat it with a certain kind of respect around these parts. And
Anyone more religious about it?
we don't quite pray to the tree, son. But we do appreciate that if we're going to use up that rare resource, then we're going to put it to good use. If you're looking for somewhere to pray, well, there's a shrine just up the hill there.
No,
It's
no.
no-
Looking for something. Wait, are you with us? I forget. Did you come with us?
Yes, I'm with you guys.
Looking for something for my friend here. Something more in tune with nature.
Not sure that I have anything quite that attuned in a land of rocks and snow. Kind of, you easily get a bit over nature. We do our best to survive it, but mostly it's steel in this chambers. And a little leather. Is there anything else?
I'm looking for a Fletcher. So yeah, I had this sturdy crossbow slung on my back and just want to buy some enchanted bolts. So above table, we don't have to replay that, but easy.
Okay. Enchanted bolts. Something you will find here, but those are somewhat valuable. Not to mention, as the nice Goliath said, people around here like to try to take advantage of outsiders. So first off, let me just get I'll give you a choice of your any charisma check. You don't have to specify what you're saying to the guy. Whatever it is, we'll expand from there.
All bad.
And that's why you
4.
get to choose a 4. All right. So, trying to give him a little bit of the razzle dazzle, let him know you got something going on, but not wanting to really show out with your power there, with your magic. Doesn't really get you the end that you're looking for. So you do find some. The bolts themselves, they are so there are a number of +1 bolts that are available there. I'm trying to find some kind of... Who knows what a bolt would generally go for? It's a basic bolt. That's a good... What is it, like 5 silver for like 20?
20 bolts are 1 gold.
20 bolts is 1 gold? All right, so... So 5 gold for a pack of 20 +1 bolts, or 10 gold for a pack of 10 bolts of force, which are essentially bolts that almost have a magic missile element to them. They are... You have advantage on the roll when firing those, and they each deal an additional 1d4 force damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab those. I don't have any magical ranged weapons, so that'll be great for me. Thanks.
All right. Anybody else? Anything else? Here, there, everywhere? Torin,
Yeah.
as you've been wandering through town, what have you been doing? Are you looking for something, or are you kind of just people watching?
I'm doing passive people watching. Of course, just trying to pick out anything that I recognize. But ultimately, I'm going towards the north side of the town, where the tree lines is, and I'm going specifically to a wood carver that I remember a long time ago. And when I walk in, I'm gonna make sure there's nobody inside before I approach the person inside.
So, as you kind of drift outside for a bit, as finally the last person goes wandering out of there, somebody visiting, looks to be some kind of a scholar, or maybe a monk, leaves from there and goes walking back down further into town. You step in, the whole place smells just as you remember. A thick sense of what always makes you think of cedar wood fills the air. Step back in, and you can see him, though different from how you remember. Much older in the face. The front of his hair line is receded almost all the way halfway back, and a bandage is wrapped around his face, the top covering his eyes, as he sits in a chair, a chunk of wood in his lap, as he blindly hacks away, stopping for a moment to feel with his other hand, and then going back, carving away at it.
Once I see that nobody's left in this building but just me and him, I'll walk up to him.
And before you even have a chance to speak, you still smell like shit, boy. No use in trying to sneak if you're not going to bathe properly.
But I was wondering if you could tell me a little more about this piece. How handled the crow that was whittled by Vayron from the very beginning. And I'm gonna ask him, do you know anything about the person that made this? And could you give me some more details on him?
All this time, you haven't changed a bit. No catching up, no questions. Just what can I do for you before you disappear back into the cold? So be it. And he sets the chunk of wood off to the side there, pulls a cane that he didn't used to walk with from the side. He gets up, holding the piece of wood that you gave me in his other hand there, just kind of idly moving it around very quickly, almost like those, David Bowie and Labyrinth, just spinning those fucking bubbles. But he's just spinning quickly that piece of wood and stops at a certain point, slides, flips it over, feels the insignia carved into the feet of it. Well, I think we both know who made this one. So what exactly are you hoping to find from it? He hasn't washed his hands either, though. I'll tell you that much.
I agree with that. I want to know more about this person if you know anything about him. Where he came from.
He walks over, puts his arm on your shoulder, kind of leads you over by places, just a little, kind of a log sitting up about chest height or so, and he sets the figure on there. He starts pulling out his own very thin little, almost a stiletto of a knife, moving it along certain points. Yes. So this groove here, the way it moves in, swings inward. If you get real close, you can tell went a little too far. The man who did this thinks of himself as very crafty. But he lacks self-control when it matters most. These feathers, very sloppy. For all the other detail, it's an odd place to half-ass it. Tells me something makes this man very nervous. Something makes him lose his edge when it matters the most. This is a man most likely to make a series of small mistakes. He'll figure that as long as he gets the important things and he slides it, turns it back around to where you can see the face which is very finely carved all the way around the top side. He thinks as long as he gets the important details and he turns it around again to the feathers, which aren't quite as defined, that everything else on the backside won't matter. Yep, and that'll be the biggest problem he has going forward. It's funny. He steps over, reaches into a wooden little box and pulls out something. He steps back over and sets it on the top before you can see it. What is something, a creature, something in the last 10 years of your character that would have had some significance to him? It can be another crow, it can be a raven, it can be whatever it is, but something that you would have carved.
It would have been his last name that he hasn't shared of a crane.
He sets it on there. And they're looking at a very well crafted crane. Then he spins it around. You see? Very similar features on the backside, wouldn't you say?
Very much so.
I would say, in a lot of ways, you and this individual downright have the same hands. But the real difference is here, and he points to the legs there. The legs on the crow are just fine. They look very accurate, but that's really it. Very accurate. Nothing else to it, but on the crane, where it gets very thin on those legs. See? This here, this took a loving hand. This took caring enough to work at that hard to make sure it's correct and also doesn't snap. The fact that it's lasted this long in that blasted box over there and is still held such good condition. Says that this one, while he might make the same mistakes, he does them with care, while the other simply seeks to complete a purpose or a goal. And therein lies the difference of the two. And he goes back over, sits back in his rocking chair, grabs that hunk of wood again, pulls it up to his lap, starts carving again. Ow. Don't suppose you've come to actually buy something for once.
Yeah, I could actually use some of your work.
What do you need?
You know how heavy crossbows have like the stock of it? You happen to have one of those?
This fine young man comes in here and asks a jeweler to make him shackles. So be it, I suppose. I have something that will... He goes over and he grabs... Can't tell if this is fitting or simply ironic, but he pulls up a hunk of wood. It needs a little work. It's not exactly the main section of a crossbow, but it's got all the right proportions to it. Just needs a little bit of extra carving. And at the very head of it, just below where the bolt would sit, a crow's head. Goes over. Will this do?
Yeah. Figured if I was gonna make something that required one of these, get it from the best.
Well, you certainly did that, didn't you, Sonny? I don't suppose you all intend to stick around these parts, do you?
You know I can't do that.
Well, see? Wisdom. You have managed to find some on your journeys, haven't you? I know of a younger, more foolish Torin who would have said, oh, let them do their worst. And plenty of people in town would have suffered for it.
You're right.
Growth.
But now
Glad
I
to
have
see
people
it.
that I care about. So
That's normally what it takes. I do wish you the best, Torin. But I must say, you know that the Shadows have certain businesses here with me as well. And for my own sake, I would ask that this be your last visit until the issue between the two of you is rectified one way or the other. You see, it just so happens they keep tabs everywhere.
yeah.
And sometimes we pay for our associations, and he pulls the rag off his face. You can see the X's carved in and stitched over where his eyes were. I don't
Well,
have
if-
much else to give.
If they are trying to get information out of you, you can tell them that Torin is coming eventually, and they can find him at Midway.
Well, just promise me one thing. Whenever you all find each other, if you get the chance, a certain crow carving son of a bitch owes me an eye or two.
I plan to take many other things than just his eyes.
Well, there's still a lot of the old Torin in there as well, I can see. Well, I've got orders to fill. These fishermen do love buying the same fucking fishing rod over and over again, but work is work, so unless you have something else for me now.
No, I appreciate your help. And I'll leave on the table just 14 gold pieces just sitting there. Just to hold you over, help out. Appreciate your
As you
time.
go and head out the door, that smell of cedar wood kind of dropping off behind you. Get that last little whiff before you pass out into the outside air. Cold hits you, and just across a little dirt road there, standing on a post, a crow caws out and then flies off unusually low down through the streets and turns left around a corner there.
I guess I should follow.
Should you? All right, so you go following it.
Sticking the dim light.
So moving through it, keeps on going. Step around the corner there, and it's sitting on the top of a little fruit stand set up over there. Man beneath it seems to have no notice of it. When he does, he tries to shoo it away. It just hops over a couple of feet to one side until he can't see him anymore. But as you start making it that way, it flies off again until eventually turns down an empty alleyway. Down at the end of it, barrels and things, large bones sit up against the wall. Seems to be some kind of processing little buildings there for the wells that are brought in. Sitting on one of the crates there, Varen Morn, cross-legged, leaning back, smoking a cigarette, takes a drag in the wind. Well. Ooh. He flicks it to the side there, hops up. Feels like we got some things to talk about there, Torin, doesn't it? And that's what we're gonna call it for the night, y'all.
Sweet.
Shit, I'm alone.
Again.
And you don't have the sending stone, Torin. I mean, you don't have any way to talk to us, right?
Yeah, if I have time to.
That would have been a thing to plan, but you know. Whew. All right, y'all. So, also, I owe some XP.
It's a good time to level up.
I'm gonna leave this up to the group. Technically, are you guys gonna share XP with Finvar since he surrendered to be a statue man at the bottom? Like, he's like, what the fuck?
Yes, absolutely.
I figured I wouldn't ask if I thought they would say otherwise. Finvar, don't worry, I got you, man. All right, where's my pen?
You can learn the XP, but you will never lose the experience.
Nice.
I'm retrieving a golden statue of him.
The experience was the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
By the way, this is session 40, and that was loot fade number 20.
And there were two of them, because that one was from the end of last session that we didn't get to
19
pop,
and
that
20.
plane put off. And just for everybody knows, if you are new here, check it out. And you see, it should be beneath me right here, right now. That little goal right there, we did hit that tonight because we are about to order and we're looking for artists. So if you know an artist or you are an artist, an actual artist, if you call yourself an AI artist, we're gonna laugh at you hysterically, and then we're not gonna give you money for anything because, you know, we want artists. If you are an artist out there, hit us up, let us know. We are gonna be getting some custom pictures of each of the characters and everything for the game going forward. Now, XP. For the combat section, everyone is getting 1,560 XP for those 2 treasure fae. Well, I feel like it's time to beef up. I think it's time for you guys to keep on killing the gold. I think it's time for a platinum fae.
Yes.
Yeah, it's time for an upgrade.
All right, I think it's getting there. You guys are getting too fucking strong. And like Jasper said so accurately, they've gotten so weird this session. After the end of the last session, they got so much stuff that just gave them so many options to be super weird. Like, can we just say it? Ragnar's fucking Ghost Rider now, y'all. He's become Ghost Rider, and it's awesome, and I love it, and I will never not think that is the greatest thing ever. Anyways. Exploration XP. Exploration was minimal, so it's just going to be the 50 times proficiency. So I believe everyone is still at 3, right? Or did we hit 4?
I just hit 4.
I'm
hit 4?
But
If the majority is 4, we're going to go with 4. So there'd be 200 XP for exploration. And then for role-playing, which I had fun with tonight's role-playing. Everyone had some cool stuff. So we are going to quadruple that over. So I'm gonna put a times 4 on it, times 4. So it's going to be 800 XP for role-playing, for social encounters is what I mean to say. The whole thing is role-playing.
okay.
Could it be 800 of 5? I'm literally 5 away from level 9.
No way.
Serious?
Oh, I almost want to, but then at the same time, I want to. It sounds so good. There'll be something next session that's going to be so awesome for you to level up from. I guarantee it. I can feel it in my bones. Something really cool is going to happen. You're going to make it happen, Ragnar. I believe in you. All right. And just quick notes for everybody, if anybody missed it. So that is technically 3 new gods. One that's actually a main factor, but overall, just because of where that god comes from, that's 3 new gods introduced into the campaign, which is Eldath, or Eldoth, however you want to pronounce it, Eldath, who is a lawful good goddess of peace, and Hor, which I did not name. These are D&D gods, so don't blame me. This one is not me. That is Hoar, which is a lawful neutral god of vengeance, also called the Doombringer. And their offspring, who this is one that I made, Elhannes, the lawful neutral goddess of peace through vengeance. Some say peace and vengeance, but it's peace through vengeance, trust me.
Cool.
All right. Well, that is it. Oh, and shout out to everybody. If you are catching up on the campaign, of course, on YouTube, we have all 39 sessions up to this point, and this one will be up there within the next week. I always try to get them up no later than Sundays, sometimes earlier, but by Sunday, the last session is always up the day before. Otherwise, I am currently working on, because if you go into our Discord and join there, not only do we have free maps, there is a section where it says the journey so far, and it is a journal of most of the campaign. I'm not exactly caught up on that, but it's a fucking lot, okay? I gotta write stuff. But you can go and read through there, or you can go over on my TikTok, and on the TikTok there, you will see I've started recording the journal section by section, so you can catch up that way as well. A bit easier, but just want to give a shout out, and shout out to Plem. If you are not following Plem, make sure you're doing so. Plem is essentially our unofficial sponsor over here at this point. Most of that bit goal and everything, he put that in there, and we are so thankful for always coming through, causing chaos. But he causes chaos, but he's like a Sour Patch douche, you know? He gives a little, takes a little, gives a little, takes a little, right? And we love you for it, Plem. But make sure you follow him. He's really funny on stream. He's very chill, and he plays a lot of, Phasmophobia. I think he's doing Silent Hill F. Currently is like a single player game that he's doing. I convinced him to buy the Isle, which is a dinosaur game, and he tried to stream it. But listen, I have never loved a more poorly optimized game like this in my life. I'm having a blast with it, but it is so buggy. Like, frame rates drop are horrible. Trying to stream it is simply out of the question, because trying to stream it, like when I'm playing, it says between 40 and 60, sometimes dips to 20. If I try to stream it, I tried to just stream it to Discord last night, and it dropped me down. I was at 15 to 20, and I'm not running a powerhouse here, but my PC ain't no pushover neither. So The game needs to be optimized, but if you want to be a dinosaur, which I in fact did, it's awesome. I'm rambling now. We're just trying to get everything, all the end credits and everybody's shout out in there, but I think that's pretty much it. So thank everybody so much for coming through. Hope you had a good time. We will be here next week, and peace out.